right, welcome back everybody. Here we go, week 5 already. We're into the second quarter of the season here. We got lots playing out. One team 4-0, one 0-4. Some waiver budget got spent this week. And a big drop. I'll have to show you about that one too. But here we go, week 5. Let's jump right into the standings here. So at the top of the standings, I snuck out a victory against Rob last week and propped me up all the way at the top at 4-0. And then we now have 3 teams at 3-1. We have Dallas, Rob, and then Ty. Dallas has quite a bit of a lead there on the points for, roughly 60 points there ahead of of Rob. So that's pretty exciting. And then Rob's got, like a 90-point lead over Ty there for the points for tiebreaker. So Rob and Dallas are doing quite well, quite a bit of a lead there, which should help them as we start to get through the season. And then we have a big group of 2-2 teams. We have Sunil, Tom, Dave, and Jeremy. And then we have 3 1-3 teams, which is the Eva Buddies, Wayne, and Jen. And then Richard down at the bottom at 0-4. So these 1-3 teams are definitely not out of it. Same with Richard at 0-4. They pretty much, I don't say that they'll win out at this point, but at least go, is it 13 weeks now? 14 weeks. So they got to go probably 8-3, 7-4 at the worst. I think now is kind of make the playoffs. Usually that 8th place is right around a 500 mark of 7-7. So maybe they can sneak in, maybe they won't. We'll have to wait and see. So what else we got going on here? We got Richard and me obviously have opposite streaks going here. Ty's now won 2 in a row, and then Wayne's lost 2 in a row. So everybody else is kind of just won one, lost one lately. I'll just go kind of skip a couple columns here on the moves department there. We got Dave, Jeremy, and Jen are our top 3 wave movers there. Waiver wire movers. Dave likes to pick up defense, kickers, stream in and out each week. Made a few big moves this week in terms of fab bids, which we'll get to. So he's trying to get himself out of that 2-2 spot and move up the standings. Jeremy is very similar. A lot of kicker defense pickups, some border, you know what I mean? Like those casual guys that maybe I'll play, maybe I won't play kind of guys. So I've seen a couple of those go through, and Wayne's got 3, Rob's got 3 moves, so they're at the bottom end. Sunil at 4, so and then a bunch of guys there at 6. So a little bit of activity. I know it's hard for when you look at our short bench this year. Do you want to drop a guy? Do you not want to drop a guy? Is that guy on the waiver wire really that much better than who I have on my bench, right? So it's definitely making those calls a little harder. And then the waiver budget. So we still have Sunil, the Buddies, and Richard at $100. So they haven't yet spent big. Then we got Wayne, Dallas, and Rob are still in that $90 or plus range. And then I'm at 69, Ty's at 44, Tom's 53. Dave spent all his fab this week, pretty much, and is down to $2. Jeremy's at 32. So we're, and Jen at 65 down there. So some money being spent, some overspend. Sometimes we're bidding, no one else is putting bids out. So it's an interesting season. There's a lot more money spent early, big, than I expected, and now it's kind of tapered off where people aren't spending money or they're dropping the guys they spent their money on. So it's definitely interesting. But the big moves this week, hold on, I have to change my screen here. So Dave went and spent $32 on Malik Washington, outbid Jeremy by, $23. Then Dave also spent $26 on Darius Slayton, was an overbid by about $15. And then he also spent another $26 on Keandre Miller there. He overspent by about $9. So that one wasn't too bad. That one I know he was going for it. But definitely spent a lot of extra money he didn't need to. But, he was 1-2. No, he was 2-2, sorry. And, hey, he's making moves, so he's going for it. I enjoy it. So still no trades. But the big drop this week, and you can see on your screen there, is Dave dropped Malik Neighbors. I realize he's out for the season. He could have put him in his IR spot, but he's using it already. He made the decision to just drop him outright. Possible second round keeper for anybody who might want him for next year. But it's hard to say, right? Do you just let him go? Maybe he's only a first round, second round pick anyway next year for our keeper rules and everything. So it'll be interesting to see who tries to pick him up, how much money they want to spend on him. Are they going to be able to stash him all year? Because we're only at week 5, right? So you got 12 more weeks to go. So can you hold on to him for that long? That's what I'm really interested to find out, and what happens there. All right, I've been talking for way too long, so we'll move into the matchups. Currently in week 5, I'm playing Dallas. And originally I was projected to win by about 10 points, 163 to 153. After Thursday night's games, that shifted a little bit, and I'm only favored to win by about 4 points there. Big reason why is Puka Nacua put up, 24 points, touchdown, 10 receptions, 85 yards. It's actually the first time I've lost a bet, or I bet that Puka hits over 100 yards. So I was actually quite disappointed when he only got 85 this week. So, and then on my team there, I had the Rams DST going. They usually do fairly well for me for kind of those extra points I've added in this year, like 2 and out, sacks, 3 and outs, 4 and outs, all those kind of things. So they do well for me there, but this week they ended up with 11.6 points, so about 4 points less than projection. So that's why you see the score there. Looking at our two teams, I know I'm favored, but I don't think I'm winning this week. I look at Dallas's team. Yes, I have the better record with Chase and not having Burrow. I don't know if I can guarantee like these 18 to 20 points they keep projecting for him. I think he's like 11 to 15 guy. Scatterbo has been a nice add there. Brian Thomas Jr. has been a little down. Kind of want to trade him, see what I can get for him. I mean, Ibuka is my favorite on my team right now. That Baker Mayfield Ibuka stack was not what I was projecting it, but it's been fantastic these first 4 weeks. Jake Ferguson's been good for me. I look here over at Dallas's team. I mean, he's got this receiver depth, right? He's got Hurts. And then for quarterback, then he's got Collins, Puka, Sutton. He's got it in running backs this week in his flex spots. He changed it up a little bit. So now he's got Marion Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Nick Chubb, Zach Charbonnet, Michael Carter in there. Don't know what Nick Chubb will do. Are they going to give it to Willie Marks a little more this week? We'll have to wait and see. Marion Hampton's going to run all day. He's their main back now. Kenneth Walker, don't know. Charbonnet and him, they could both be easy backs, kind of like what Detroit does, easily get, 10 to 15 points or more each. So I'm assuming that's what he's hoping for there. And then Michael Carter coming in with now Trey Benson hurt for Arizona. So that's huge. So I know it has me favored. I've been looking at this matchup all week, but I think this one's Dallas's. I think he will win probably like that 175 to about 160 for my team. I think, Baker will be a little bit higher, but I think Jamar Chase is going to be a little bit lower there. Sean Tucker on my team, who knows what he'll do, but I just don't think this one's going to go my way. Okay, next up we have Rob versus the Evil Buddies. The Evil Buddies were originally projected to win 167 to 153, but the Evil Buddies were happy to see Kyron finally go off. He put up 32 points on Thursday night, 2 touchdowns, 8 receptions, 66 yards. So that goes a long way to helping him get 32 points. Beyond that, Jefferson could struggle in Cleveland. They've been holding their defense has been holding teams very well. Tetero's been a little down lately. We'll see how Achane is with Hill out. I think that might give Achane a little bit more work, kind of with their Tariq Hill out. Pollard should be all right. Keenan Allen's been steady. Jerry Jeudy, we'll see with the new quarterback in Cleveland. Minnesota defense has been fairly good this year. So we'll see if that limits him at all. And then on the Rob side here, I like Herbert, AJ Brown. Who knows? That could be 5 points. It could be 25 points. Amon-Ra is always steady. Diggs has been steady this year. We'll see if Kamara loses any more to Keandre Miller this week. Javante's been a stud. Hawkinson's fallen off a little bit. Judkins is just going up the moon. They got him at 12 points again this week. He'll probably be at 15 to 20 again. He's been pretty consistent those last few weeks. And then Shakir and Coleman, 10 points each. That seems about right as an average for those two guys. The other one goes off or the other one does. That's kind of how it goes in Buffalo. But the Buddies are now favored to win by about 30 points there. And I think they will hold on to win. I don't know if they'll win by 30. But I definitely do think the Buddies are going to take this week. Okay, next up we have, what do we got here? We got Jeremy versus Sunil. This is a big matchup. We got 2-2-2 teams looking to move up the standings. Sunil's already got 41 points. He had Devonta Adams go on Thursday night, and he also had Christian McCaffrey go, and they got a combined total of 41 points there for him. So that put him right close now, pretty much even with Jeremy in terms of projections. Kind of looking down the roster, I mean, I don't know if Waller will go off like he did last week. Jaden Higgins, I don't know. I mean, Baltimore defense has struggled a little bit, but if they can run the ball on them, then maybe Higgins gets left out. Juju has been doing a little better each week, but we'll see with Worthy back if that makes even more of a difference. Yeah. And then who we got here on Jeremy's side? Daniels is back this week, so that's big for Jeremy. McConkey's been okay, not great. Jigba's been great. Downs has been okay. Harvey's okay. DeMarcado is getting a chance here to be the starting back there in Arizona, so we'll see. And same with Rico Dowdle getting a chance there with Chuba Hubbard out. So, and then the two average guys here in Franklin and A.O. Manor, a couple rookie receivers there. Boomer bust kind of weeks for those guys. So, I know it currently has Jeremy favored, but I think like last week, Sunil's team is going to be fairly well. I don't think he'll have the, big plus, 212 points or whatever he got last week. But I do think he is going to win this week and beat Jeremy. Okay, I'm trying to move along quicker here. Next up, we have Ty versus Dave. This could be big either way. Both be 3-2, or Ty moves up to 4-1 there. There might be a whole crop of us up there if Dallas beats me this week. Okay, so currently the Ty is projected to win by about 3.5. Looking quickly at the rosters, I like Allen better. I mean, Pickens should do okay, but I think Worthy will be better than Slayton or Malik Washington. Addison's probably at least the same. I don't know why they have him low, I guess because it is Cleveland, but, you got to cover Hawkinson, Jefferson, right? So we'll see. Genty's been rolling a little more. Rashad White should get a little bit more with the ball this week with no Bucky. Taylor's been a stud. Dobbins has been good, but when are they going to start to use Harvey more, right? Like, that's why you have a rookie. So we'll see if his numbers change. Juwan Johnson's kind of come down a little bit since week 1. But he's got Woody Marks in there, hoping for a big week. Ty's got Meowson Taylor there. There's no dog in him, right? So they call him Meowson because he's a little bit of a cat. We'll say that is the nice word. And yeah, but Dave's got the best kicker in the league right now, and the Spencer Schrader kid. Cleveland defense should do well against Minnesota, I think. So yeah, they're probably pretty close there. I'm going to take the upset and give this one to Dave to beat Ty. I think overall, they're very close. I just think the depth of Dave's team I like a little more. I'm not sold on Krosky Merritt, Mason Taylor, Rashad White. I don't know if he'll get the full 15 points that got him projected there, but so that's why I think this one might shift a little Dave's way. We'll see how it goes, but that's my thought. Okay, next up, the battle of the husband and wife. We got Richard versus Jen. Originally, they were pretty even, about 125 each. Now Jen's got about a 16-point lead in terms of projection. So she had Matthew Stafford go throw 32 points and over 17 projected. And then Richard had Demarcus Robinson go for San Francisco, and he only put up 6.9 points there. So only 3 receptions, 39 yards. So obviously Richard was hoping for a little bit more. As I always say, if you can get 10 points out of your flex, That's huge. Goes a long way to help your starters out. Let's see. I like Cup's okay. Sterling Shepard, he's kind of the third man there with Godwin back. Trey Tucker's only really had that one big week. Gibbs and Montgomery will probably have big weeks each. Hunter Henry's been steady. Hall's been steady. Pierce is out, so she's got to throw in another receiver. Well, Jennings played. Rice is suspended, so she's probably got to drop Juanu Smith here. Like, I wouldn't drop Elgira Love, but I think she's got to go Juanu Smith and get a guy in there, and that should give her the win for the week, I think, if she makes that move. I mean, it's still only Saturday, so she's got lots of time. So I will give this one to Jen. I mean, Goff could go off. I haven't been sold on Williams this week. I have another league. McBride should be okay. Tootin's a little banged up. Stevenson's been gaining some more rollback, which I like. Spears, they have him at 0 points, so I don't know if they don't think he's playing. No, he's not playing this week by the looks of it. So who would Richard put in? Oh, Richard's got to drop somebody. He's got Moore in London on bye. Daniel Jones and JJ. Well, I think at this point he's got to drop JJ or just drop Mixon outright and move McCarthy into the IR there. Get somebody in there. So they both got zeros. They still got a 15-point difference. This one will still go to Jen. So, okay, last matchup. Whew. Sorry I sped it up a little bit, but I try to keep them under 20 minutes here. So, okay, so I can't go by projection on this one. Oh, I can. Ouch. I thought maybe Wayne had some guys who were on bye that he hadn't moved out. So, projection Tom is projected to win 148 to 111, 112. That's rough. I mean, oh, there it is. Lamar Jackson. There's the big difference. I missed it right at the top. So Wayne will have to move Lamar out. Who does he got on the bench there? Purdy's already played. He's going to have to drop Jalen Warren, Tucker, Ayuk maybe, Purdy maybe, and pick up a quarterback for this week. But I don't think no matter who he puts in, like, right, you're thinking 20, 25 points from a streamer. Still puts him in the 130s. I mean, Dak should have a good week against the Jets. Devonta's hit or miss. Debo's been a stud. Huge has been good. Chase Brown has struggled, but Detroit's defense is a little banged up. Travion's okay. Tyler Warren's been a stud. Wandale should be fine. Kincaid's been good. Who we got down here on Wayne's team? We got Waddle should have more role. Travis Hunter's growing each week. Shaheed Barkley should be okay. Mason should be okay. Tough defense in Cleveland, though. Not many have run well against them, so we'll see how that turns out. Yeah, so then he's got to figure out this Naylor, Ray Davis, Curtis Samuel. Like, I think he's just got to actually drop all three of them and just pick up guys off the waiver wire. Like, you could probably pick up receivers who are going to get you 9 to 15 points minimum, right, in that range. I know that's a big 6-point range, but, you know, put me 27 points in, right? That's more than the 10 they're projected for. So Wayne's got to do some work on his team there. I know he doesn't watch the video, but if you do, Wayne, go do some work and drop those guys and put in some good starters for yourself. So yeah, so I think Tom will win, go to 3-2. Wayne will lose and drop to 1-4. Okay, so my picks for the week, I had Dallas to beat me. I had Rob to beat the Buddies. No, I didn't. I think I had the Buddies to beat Rob because of the score already. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. Oh, what did I do? And then, yeah, so then the Buddies to beat Rob. Or did I? I'll go back and check. Again, I forget. And then I had Sunil to beat Jeremy. I had Dave to beat Ty. I had Jen to beat Richard. And I had Tom to beat Wayne. So, thank you for making it to the end. Sorry for a little bit later video this week. It was the wife's birthday yesterday, so I didn't get much time to do this. So, yeah, here we are. Hope you enjoy. Remember, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll talk soon.